Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's superfiend here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster Whacky World. I was really hoping to make more episodes this week, but I have been sick all week long, same with my kids. Anyways, the last time I was recording, I had started to build this like little, I don't even know what to call this like underbelly of the pirate town here that's got some docks. And as I was building kind of over in here, the game crashed. So during the week, I did set aside a little bit of time, and I built it up pretty close to what it looked like when the game crashed. So this is where it is now. There's a few slight differences, and I also built it up a little bit further than where it was. Like when it crashed, I was just kind of starting to get around to this kind of this little element here with the door that makes it look like it is connected somehow back up to the top. And then over here, we have some stuff going on over here. I might do something over here and maybe try to have it like poke up through the ceiling. Although what's back here? It's right into the path, so I don't know if that would work so well. We could maybe have like a little spiral staircase kind of go up right here onto the outside. I don't know, that could work. But then again, it would have to be kind of big, and it would block the supposed passage of where the boats get through here. Anyways, I want to continue working on this episode, and then we have the railing here, and whatever this is, it's a stucco wall trim, and we got the haunted house wooden fence, and I think that looks pretty neat down here. I kind of like the way it looks, and we got a few boats and some other stuff in here, and then these supports. Now, what I don't like about this whole structure is it doesn't really look like this could be supported. You know, it seems like we need some arches, or we need some wood pillars and beams and stuff in here. So we're going to be adding that this episode. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it look good or not. I'm going to try. And then if I can get all of that done, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to kind of revisit this connecting path here. I have a couple ideas that I might try to employ in connecting these two things together. I'm going to do the same format also as the last video, where it's commentary and then time lapse. And the reason for that is I'm still kind of sick, and I'm going to have to cough and whatnot a few times. So I don't want to have to go back and do a lot of post editing. Also, this is probably going to end up being about an hour's worth of footage, and if it's a time lapse, it will probably be about 25-30 minute long video, which is a little bit easier for people to watch. So having said all that, let's jump into a little bit of fast production here. Enjoy the music, and I'll pop out in a little bit to maybe say some words. Okay, so we kind of got a little bit of a wood framework. It's very hodgepodge and kind of crappy. It's probably not my best work, but you know what? I'm going to leave it, and it's good enough for me. And now we're going to go ahead and add a few other little decorations in here, such as barrels and maybe some other little things, and then I'll go ahead and add some lighting. So we'll see what that looks like in just a little bit. Okay, now we can see what it looks like with some basic lighting. I've chosen the skull lanterns out front on 2 of the pillars, and then these hanging net lanterns in a couple areas to give a softer greenish bluish kind of color. If I'm not getting the color exactly right, I am colorblind partially. And then I use another hanging net lantern back here. And we do have a couple other lanterns in the back giving off a stronger yellowish or orangish glow. This one is placed here because without it, we can see that there's some light coming in through the ceiling. So by having a lantern here, it kind of helps to hide the fact that the light is coming in from the ceiling. And then plus it helps to light up this back wall at nighttime as the guests walk by so that we can see the little ornaments and things that are hanging back there. What I'd like to do next, I think this area is pretty much pretty done for my liking, and I don't think there's anything else I really want to do with it. I would kind of like to build a little something over here that kind of gives a hint of them being able to go back upstairs, but it's not wide enough, so I don't think I'm going to be able to, so I think I'll just leave it like that. And maybe we could add an animatronic or something in here. That pirate leaning against the wall could be a good addition in here at some point. But what I'm going to work on now is setting up the pathway here. I'd like to do this a little bit better, and I'd like to have the pathway going across some sandstone or limestone arches as if they rode the boats underneath the arches into this area in here. So I'm going to try to work on the pathway for a little bit, and we'll see how much of that we can get done. So I'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, so once again, the path system does prove to be a little bit difficult to work with. In my head, I had this idea that I would go like make a 12-meter rectangle, like 12 by, well, I don't know, maybe, or what would it have been? It would have been 12 by 12, and then another 12 by 12, and then have an intersecting piece of 10 meters. But apparently, you can't connect them like that, so I've gone back to what it was originally, although I'm thinking maybe this is a little bit too low for what I want to do, because I do want the people walking on this to kind of have a view of what's going on up here. So I may try to raise it up just a little bit, although it is kind of difficult, and I don't want to spend my whole life fighting with the path system over here. So I'm going to make one attempt to kind of get this bridge here a little bit higher in the air, and if I can't do it, then I'm just going to go back to this and just roll with what it is, because it's notoriously difficult to do things like this. It's a huge pain in the neck sometimes. So let's see if we can get that done. Okay, so we did manage to get this up a little bit higher. It wasn't too difficult to get that done the way I had hoped. And now as the guests walk along this path, if they're tall, they kind of got a better view of what's going on over here, and we might be able to do something fun with that, like maybe put a shop up here and have this kind of go up towards the shop. I don't know if that would work. We'll see. And what I want to do, I'm going to start it this episode, but I probably won't finish it, is we're going to start the archways that would go underneath here. And that is how the rowboats would have gotten in and out. We're probably going to build that out of sandstone. I think that's maybe the best material. Or we could do a sandstone base and then a limestone top. But I'm thinking we're going to do sandstone the whole way. So let's get that started and we can see what that looks like in a little bit. Okay, and we can see what the little bridge is starting to look like. It's not perfect. I'm going to do some stonework over this to cover up this little gap that's right here, and we'll probably run a little pillar or something vertically here to kind of smooth this transition out. And we'll add some piratey scenery and other decorations along the outside here, maybe some of the flags and whatnot. And then we'll have to continue this on the other side as well. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I hope to get another one made for you guys soon. Sorry if I'm not pumping them out as quick as I'd like to. There's just a lot going on. Holidays, people are sick, and all kinds of stuff. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have yourself a good afternoon.